Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and thank you for listening to OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio. This is an exclusive broadcast of OWWR Sports, coming at you live from the State University of New York at Old Westbury. Today, an exciting matchup with SUNY men's Old Westbury Panthers as they take on their rivals, the Farmingdale State Rams, live at the Clark Athletic Center here in Old Westbury, New York. OWWR DJ Rescue playing the tracks, keeping us going as we're celebrating also a fundraiser for Toys for Tots. So if you're listening and you're in the area, feel free to come down to the Clark Athletic Center and give us your toys. This is OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio. Joining us live at the Clark Athletic Center, your play-by-play commentator, Mr. Ryan Garcia. Your color commentator, Mohammed Ducare. And joining us for the first time live on the air for a live OWWR sports broadcast, Christian Corleone. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, or not relax, and get into all the exciting action for this great matchup today between the SUNY Old Westbury men's Panthers and the Farmingdale State Rams, live from the Clark Athletic Center here in Old Westbury, New York. Now let's kick things over to Ryan Garcia.
Special thanks to our station manager. That was Joseph Manfredi. And we've got another exciting matchup here. As it's stated already, it's a rivalry matchup. Panthers, Rams here in the Clark Athletic Center. We want to thank you all for joining us here on this lovely Saturday afternoon. It's a cold one, but it should be a heated, intense matchup here in the Clark Athletic Center. To my left, the lovely Mohammed, and to his left is Christian making his on-air debut. This is going to be an action-packed contest. Mohammed, we'll start with you. How do you think the Panthers can handle a Rams team that's been red hot and at the top of the conference to start the season?
Yeah, so the Panthers, they're not really playing the best this season. They're only 1-8, and that one win is against York College. So I think in order to beat a team as good as Farmingdale, which is 7-2 right now, I think the Panthers are going to have to really make their three-point shots and really have to improve that spacing, because Farmingdale is a really good team, but one of their weaknesses is they allow their opponents to get a lot of free three-point shots. So I think Westbury's game plan is going to have to be make them suffer from that three-point line.
And for Christian, you were making some observations pre-game in regard to the Panthers' dunking and shooting abilities. Why do you think that can help them in this contest against the Rams?
Well, for starters, the odds of winning like 70%. Like for starters, I noticed they like some three-pointers. Like also, there's some people that are good at dunking. If we use that at our advantage, possibly win. Also, it's important that offense matters, but important to block for defense. Like if we want to stop attackers from front, we gotta block them and force on action, and we have a success with winning. Right now, hopefully that if we can win this game, we can move to the next round. What you think?
Yeah, and as we talk about defense being an important part of today's contest, coming into this contest, the Rams, that's Farmingdale, have shot 46.2% from the field. They're averaging 80 points a game, but they are allowing 74 points a game. So the hope being that if the Panthers are going to be able to stop the Farmingdale Rams and slow down their offense a little bit, that they too can score a little bit more. Now, Mohammed, the top shooting threats for the Rams have been Sean Conroy and Michael Notias. Conroy averaging 15 points per game, Notias averaging 14.6. Notias, a sharpshooter from previous season, shooting 39% from three-point land. How can the Panthers stop the Rams' two best scorers?
You know, the Panthers in previous matches this season, they've really suffered from that three-point line. Opponents are shooting almost 40% from that three-point line against the Panthers. So I think if the Panthers want to actually come out and play a competitive game today, they're going to have to keep that hand up. Just don't let no free three-point shots open. Because, you know, even when you're in that vicinity, you still have to keep a hand up, make sure that every shot's contested, and I think they failed doing that a lot this season. So I think they're going to have to get through those screens and get that hand up.
Now, Christian, in regard to the Panther defense, as Mohammed noted, the Rams shoot well, the Panthers have struggled to defend well. How do you believe the Panthers can improve their defense in this contest?
Well, it depends on the formation. Like, you gotta have good eyes on the whole field. Like, for starters, you gotta like big players right. If they're good at like three-pointers or up-close shooting, they gotta guard them. Well, exactly to the point that that lets players like happen to like do 2-pointers are easy to move, and you gotta block them. Like a tight formation. Like you gotta have more defense up in the back and more forwards in the front. That way, odds that like flies for like 70% to 80. That leads to good success in the game.
Yeah, and one of the things that the Rams do have going for them on the offensive side as well is they've got a lot of height. On this roster for Farmingdale, they have a 6'6", multiple 6'5". I think if I'm counting correctly, they have 4 players listed at 6'5", 1 player at 6'6". And in that group are some of their top scorers. Conroy 6'4", Notius 5'11". So they do have some size in the scoring depth. They have size across the roster. Mohammed, we'll start with you. How can the Panthers handle what is a size disadvantage for them in this game?
You know, when you have that one really tall player on the opposing side, I think it's a really great job if a team is able to play defense as one and just sort of cram that paint. You know, anytime that one guy gets in the paint, everybody needs to have a hand near in the vicinity. If he goes their way, they're able to help their teammates out. So I think that's just something that the Panthers are going to have to prioritize today, and they struggled at doing that in the past few games, but I think this is a rivalry matchup. Hopefully they wake up for today and they're ready to try to get a win.
Playing off that point, Christian, in a rivalry game, in a game in which there's going to be a good amount of publicity given the important fundraising event going on today, do you think that can help the Panthers bring a little more energy to this contest when there's a little more buzz to it?
Yeah, it'd be good. It depends on their energy. Right now, if we're facing like a strong team, teams have good mentality, like, I gotta win this. Yeah, I could beat them. That's all I gotta take. Also, you need to work on their like shooting formation. Like, you gotta like a passing form. Like, you gotta have an open lane. Like, if like an open path for them, you can possibly to win. That's all I gotta take.
Yeah, and in regard to key points, as Christian notes there, passing lanes are important. The Panthers have had a turnover problem this season, and turnovers are wasted possessions. I talk about empty possessions a lot on these broadcasts. Now, for 2 keys in order for this game to be won for the Panthers, I'll start with doing mine. So I think the first one is early and often. I think you've got to be able to get out and early to a lead. I think Farmingdale expects to take an early lead, and I think they expect a comfortable game. You've got to throw them off their game a little bit. Put them in a situation where they're playing from behind. That's not something Farmingdale is coming into this game expecting to happen, so I think that will catch them by surprise. And then secondly, shooting. I think the Panthers need to show they can shoot semi-efficiently, because at least it causes Farmingdale to get a hand up, head to the perimeter. If you can create good passing lanes, as Christian mentioned, you can swing the ball around the perimeter, get open looks, create open looks, off-ball movement's important here. So shooting efficiency and early and often. Mohammed, give me your 2 keys to this game.
I think one of my big keys is the turnovers. OWWR, they average almost 15 turnovers a game, and Farmingdale only averages around 12. And I've seen in those previous matchups that those turnovers really hurt the Panthers. So I think containing the ball, securing it, making sure that the Rams aren't able to knock it out their hands and gain more possessions is one of my key aspects. And my second one would be, like you said, getting out early, because I know the Panthers, every time they go down, they usually stay down. So I think they should prioritize getting out real early and just getting a quick lead, so you can't really get demoralized.
Yeah, and Christian, in regard to your 2 keys, can you give me your 2 keys for the Panthers to find a way to claim victory against their rivals in the Rams?
The keys, for starters, you need have a good defense. Like, got to block the path range to the Farmingdale team. Like, you have good offense, but to do that, you need to have good defense. Like, for starters, let's say that they're coming with a man to pass to the 3-pointer. Like, you have to be on guard. Like, you have 2 people to block their pathways. That way, you can have a counterattack. Also, observing them, they probably have some dunkers right there. Or do so, you gotta get moving to the back. And to do that, you gotta get your hands up and block their shooting path. And you can get their lead to success. That way, in order to win, you gotta have like a good defense. Also, you gotta have like a best passing formation.
And so to kind of, as we start winding things down here, we just got a few minutes left until we have tip-off here in the Clark Athletic Center. Let's highlight the 2 top scoring players for the Panthers. You have Ben Ofori averaging 15 points a game. While he struggled to shoot from three-point land, he has shot 47% from the season, 70% from the free throw line, averaging 8.1 rebounds a game. So he's leading the team in both rebounds and points. Also leads the team in blocks. 16 blocks in the season. He has been incredible on the defensive and offensive side of the game. Then you've got Imole Akinwale. Akinwale averaging 12 points per game. He's shooting 42.5% from the field, but very importantly, 40.7% from 3. He's taking over a 3-pointer a game. He's averaging 2.9 rebounds, so not as involved on that side of the ball, but he is a sharpshooter who spaces the floor for the Panthers. Mohammed, we'll start with you here. What makes these 2 guys stand out on the stat sheet to you, and how can they play a role in the Panthers claiming victory today?
I mean, Joel Ofori, he's averaging 15 points and 8 rebounds, and from the games we've witnessed, he's almost like a double-double machine, and I think that's really good from a team that is really struggling from to score and from grabbing those rebounds. So I think he plays a really good part in this team, and he's a big reason why this team is able to get a lot of points on the board. And I would say Akinwale, that 40% from 3-point line, that's really good because the team is shooting 28%. So I think his 40% is really carrying his team's percentage right now. I could only imagine what it would be without him.
Now, Christian, when it comes to both Ofori and Akinwale, who happen to be the Panthers' 2 leading scorers on the season, how important is it for the Panthers to get their 2 best scorers going in this kind of game?
Well, if it's possible, if they can start guarding the best forwards, then you got to go behind them, like the starters. To do that, you have one of them going forward, and one of the players who's in the back go forward too. That way, you can get past them and get to the ball to possible scoring, right?
Yeah, and it will allow the Panthers, as you mentioned, to have some of their other starters fall in line a little bit and get themselves going, because as we've seen on the season, and as pointed out by Mohammed, they have struggled to shoot on the year. The Panthers are shooting 35.6% from the field. They're shooting 27.9% from 3. So, especially with Akinwale, he has been their only reliable 3-point shooter on the year. And Ofori, one of their only reliable sources of offense, and definitely a guy who draws attention on the court. The Panthers are going to need their top guys to draw attention, to create offense, and spark and ignite their teammates. Now, Mohammed, as we start winding down things here on the OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio pregame show, what are you hoping to see from the Panthers tonight? What part of the stat sheet, the box score, are you hoping they stuff outside of the points category? Obviously, you hope they score a million, but for the Panthers to win tonight, what do you think they need to do in the box score?
This might be an underrated aspect, but I would really want them to get those boards. The Panthers, they only average 32 rebounds a game, and they get out-rebounded by 13 rebounds on average every game. So they're struggling a lot on that end. So I think if they're able to get those rebounds today, I think it might help their offense and even their defense a little. Well, really a lot today.
And Christian, to kind of wrap things up here, what stat do you hope the Panthers fill outside of the points part of the box score?
Stat?
Yeah, which stat do you think is important for them to fill in order to win this contest?
Well, that depends.
Yeah, you believe that they need to do better with their you need that their minute distribution. You hope that the minute distribution is a little bit better. Is kind of what I'm getting there. All right, I think that the Panthers, my output here would be the 3-point line. They need to hit, take, and make a lot of threes. They want to win tonight. I think that that's going to be the thing that gets them going if they can get that going. But we'll be right back here. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next on OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio, Panthers Rams rivalry game right after this. And we are live here in the Clark Athletic Center as the starting lineups being announced for the SUNY Old Westbury Panthers and the Farmingdale State College Rams. This should be an exciting one. It's a rivalry, and it's one that is truly exciting and electric, because these two teams, it's not an unhealthy or toxic rivalry. It's a competitive one. These two teams, less than an hour away from each other, sharing their reputation as state colleges on Long Island in the Skyline Conference. As we get ready to tip things off here, I got a big game for the Panthers. It's a conference game, and for the Rams, another conference game for them. So, Panther lineup. big announce right now. We await the news on who's the official starters, although on the season, Ofori, Akinwale.
From Charlotte, North Carolina,
We'll wait.
10.
Yeah, you also have Bolta, Yaji Bolta, Jermaine King Jr., and potentially Christian Thomas. So a really big lineup, and let's see what the Panthers coach throws out today.
North Carolina, number 14, Steph Rouse.
And we got Ofori starting, and we have number 14, Stefan Ruch Kouassi. I think this is one of his first starts of the season. He usually plays a lot of rotational minutes, but looks like he's getting that start today.
Yeah, they have a different lineup than their usual. Thompson gets his third start. Taylor Jr., number 10, gets his first start. And Stefo Roche Kossi, number 14, gets his first start of the season as well. So this should be a fun new lineup for the Panthers. I like the addition of Thomas in this lineup. In his limited action, he's hit 2 of his 3 three-pointers, so he's someone who can hopefully energize their three-point shooting abilities. Now, if you look at this, the rosters for both teams, obviously size has been an advantage for the Rams. The Panthers need to find a way to fight through it. These two teams getting their warm-up jackets off, getting ready and suited for this contest. For the Rams, their starting lineup is going to also have a little bit of a change here, a little bit of a change in pace in who they're running out there for tonight's or this afternoon's contest as we kick things off here in the Clark Athletic Center. For the Rams, number 31, Michael Spitzko seems to be inside the starting lineup. Number 5, Sean Conroy, their leading scorer, is also in the huddle getting things ready, talking over the game plan with their head coach. Joining the fray for the Rams is number 34, Connor Griffin joining the fray as well. Awaiting official lineup. We'll reading off the numbers here from our booth, or our little table here, Mohammed. Booth might be overstating it. It's number 14, apologies, not Griffin. Number 14 getting the start for the Rams. That is Catrell Evans, one of their usual starters. Number 24, Jordan Tucker. So it's Tucker, it's Evans, it's Conroy. As the Panthers win the tip-off, Panthers running with a new lineup here, get things rolling.
Yeah, and this is a really tall lineup for the Panthers, so I think they're going with size today, that size advantage.
Yep, as currently having it is Ofori. Ofori trying to drive through traffic. Dumps it off to Akinwale, who's the team's leading three-point scorer. The screen set by number 14, Ofori, loses it, turnover, Rams. Rams have it, taking it up the court. They're trying to size up the defense. Panthers got back on defense quickly. The put-up back is good, and the layup's up for the Rams, and it's 2-0 here in the first quarter.
Number 14.
Yeah, number 14, Control Evans. It looked like he really had that size advantage right there, and he made it look real easy.
Yes, as the Panthers now looking to trying to get something going as they try to get their first points of the contest.
Yeah, and it looks like they're really struggling with the playmaking aspect. They don't really have a designated point guard out there.
You don't, but the miss is rebounded, and it's good. Jump shot from number 14, Raj Kossi, picks up the Panthers' first 2 points.
14, Steph Roche Kossi.
The Panthers
create the turnover there.
Yep.
As dribbling up the court is Akinwale. Again, their leading three-point scorer on the season. Akinwale dishes out to Ofori. Ofori looking for something. Dishes it back out to Akinwale. Akinwale nearly turns it over, but an advantage for the Panthers. Akinwale from 3. No good. Rebounded Rams.
Yeah, and that's a good shot from Akinwale right there. I know his team wants him to take a lot more of those.
As the assist there, clean pass as they turn a turnover into points, that being the Rams. Tucker picked up his first 2 points in the contest. Akinwale taking the ball up the court, the primary ball handler on this offensive set. Swinging it around the perimeter. Ofori now has it after a couple of passes. Akinwale now gets it. Akinwale calling out for a screen. Pass it back to Ofori. Ofori back out to Taylor. Taylor Jr. immediately met by somebody. Roche now has it. Roche in trouble. Turns it over. Rams have it. They've got the advantage. Pass out. And, the Panthers get there quickly to prevent the Rams from the easy layup. Rams will now have to settle and try and get their offense set up. Half-court offense here for the Rams. Rams dishing it around the perimeter. Notius dishes it out. Swing pass to the perimeter from 3. It's good. That's Sean Conroy from three-point land. Christian, what are we seeing early on here from the Panthers and Rams?
I see they got, for the Panthers, they got good formation, but however, the other team, they got really good formation. I noticed they have good pass formation. To do that, they have 2 or 3 players blocking the pathway. You have to guard one or 2 people to do so. The starters, you got guard the best shooters outside the ring.
As the Panthers call timeout here, and as Christian noted, the Rams kind of already on the hunt here, aggressive, generating turnovers. And Muhammad, you mentioned turnovers being an issue for the Panthers. What's going on with the turnovers early on here?
Yeah, it just looked like every time they try to force the ball to their leading scorer, OWWR, they just seem to lose the ball. So I think they just got to play not to force the ball to OWWR, but try to play more as a team. And I think that's what's caused those 2 turnovers already.
As the timeout now ended here, and as duly noted by Muhammad, Panthers need to take control of the ball here. Already 2 early costly turnovers. One turned into an easy layup. The other, a 3-point shot from Sean Conroy. Akinwale met with immediate pressure here as he dishes it out to OWWR, or to Taylor Jr. Taylor Jr. passed it back to Akinwale. Akinwale passed it out to Taylor Jr. Taylor Jr. Akinwale. Akinwale has it still, and he turns it over. Rams create the steal. Panthers get it right back. They create a turnover. They've got an advantage. The drive to the basket. Put back layup is good. Panthers get back within 3. It's the second field goal for Rosh, number 14. As the Rams take the ball up the court here, it's Sean Conroy who has it. Sean, one of the guards who has tons of size, standing at 6'5", as tall as the tallest Panther on the court. Sean Conroy hit the first 3 of the game for the Rams. Swinging the ball around. Layup is no good. Rebound. Ball is handled poorly by the Panthers. It was juggled around. There's a lot of contact, and it'll stay Ram basketball.
Yeah, I think that's just a communication problem. You got 2 Panthers fighting for the ball, and one of them could have said, yo, I got it, but they didn't, and now it's the Rams with ball again. Yeah,
Rams will inbound from right underneath their basket. Jumper. It's good. Jump shot by the Rams. That's number 14 for the Rams. That is Contrell Evans. Contrell Evans picking up. And then Panthers turn it over. Rams have it. From 3, Conroy. No good. Rebound. Evans dribbles, puts it back, and no good. Rebound Rams. The ball was mishandled by the Rams, but the Panthers were charged with the last touch. It's 9-4. Muhammad, another costly turnover.
Yep, and like I was saying before, too, that rebounding. They're giving up offensive rebounds, and now they find themselves down 5 real early.
As the Panthers, 4 turnovers here in the first 4 minutes of this contest. Sean Conroy dumps it off. Rams trying to generate some offense in the perimeter. Drive to the rim. Wild layup. No good. Rebound. Juggled around. Picked up by the Rams. Rams still have it. Runner is no good. Foul called. I think it's a
shot clock violation.
Good call there, Muhammad. I did not notice a shot clock there. The Rams protesting the call. Sean Conroy specifically saying, hey, clock should have been reset. As refs talk it over.
Yeah, and I think the shot did hit Rams, so maybe it should have restarted.
As the refs talking it over here, the players will go to their sidelines for a little bit. Christian, what a weird call there. Did you see the ball make contact with the rim?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, they're about to make a rebound, but luckily it didn't happen. Yeah, they need to make a counterattack. Yeah, they need to be good at it on defense.
Yeah, as the Rams currently will get the possession back. So the refs ruled that they did have actually more. They should have reset the shot clock, as the putback for the layup is no good. Juggle around, rebound. Panthers have it. OWWR fighting a couple of Rams off there. Had to keep them away as Akinwale immediately met with pressure. The Rams are putting a lot of pressure here on the Panthers and disrupting passing lanes. OWWR now has it. Roche has it. Roche swings it out to OWWR. OWWR. Swarm loses it. Turnover. Rams have it. Running it up the court is number 31, Spisto. Spisto dumps it off. Swing pass. Wild one. Spisto now has it. Pass it up to Evans. Evans, put back. It's good.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they're just really struggling to contain the ball right now. The Rams know that they don't really have a really good point guard or player out there who can really dish out for assists, and now you're taking really good advantage of that.
And I have to correct myself, that was Stanley, number 20, getting his first field goal of the contest. But as you noted, Rams currently swarming the passing lanes. They have the side advantage. Jump shot, it's no good. Rebounded by the Rams. Rams running up the court. That's Spisto, who has tons of speed. Conroy swings it out from 3. It's good. Rams continue their aerial assault on the Panthers. It's 14-4 here in the Clark Athletic Center.
Yeah, and Conroy, even though he's shooting only 32% from that three-point line, he has already 62 shots from there.
As it's turned over, Rams have it. Running it up the court is number 10, Notias, their second scorer of the season. Conroy, pump fake, Notias passes it out to the perimeter. Spisto to Stanley. Stanley fouled by the Panthers. That's all they could do there, foul, because Stanley had such a mismatch that if it was a clean shot, he probably makes that one.
Yeah, and I think they're really struggling on their rotations. Like, every time someone gets open, you see 2 Panthers running to him instead of 1, and that just disrupts everybody on the defensive end.
At the line for Farmingdale.
And Stanley will shoot. He will shoot 2 from the free throw line. Now, on the season, Stanley has not seen a ton of opportunities from the free throw line. He shot 5 for 9. His first attempt is no good.
Yeah, so he's not the greatest free throw shooter, so maybe that was a really good idea by the Panthers to foul him instead of giving up that easy layup.
Yeah, unless you're staring down on Nikola Jokic, you can usually err on the side of probably foul the big guy in a mismatch because free throws can be an issue. The second free throw missed. Rebound by the Panthers. 0 for 2 is Stanley from the free throw line. They come up empty-handed, that being the Rams, as Panthers looking to generate some offense here. They're trailing by 10 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and it looks like they have outnumbered 3 King Jr. to sort of play that point guard role for the team.
Yeah, King Jr., one of the primary ball handlers on the court right now. Akinwale now has it. Akinwale to Roche. Roche nearly had the pass picked off. King Jr. now has it. King Jr. running up the court. Three-pointer from Ofori is good. Big three-pointer to cut it down to 7 points. Swing pass nearly intercepted. Panthers, smart play there to just tip it out of bounds because that would have left a sharpshooter in Seichin all alone for the Rams.
Yeah, and good job on Ofori making that last-second buzzer right there. He is shooting 17% from three-point line, so really lucky.
As the kind of the hook shot there from Stanley, a funky but effective shot there, makes it a 16-7 game. Whistle blown here. They're calling a foul against the Rams here.
State foul number 34.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going all in that full court pressure right now. You have almost 3 Ram players down trying to play that full court press.
They're taking advantage of the Panthers' struggles possessing the basketball. King Jr. currently has it. Akinwale runs it and has it. Ofori, who just hit a big 3, now has it. King. So Akinwale immediately met with pressure. Rosh, who's met by the tall Stanley, trying to run into the perimeter. Jump shot, no good. Rebounded by the Rams. Rams are running it up the court. That's Spisto. Crafty pass. Stanley blocked by the Panthers. Roche has it. Roche nearly turns it over. Akinwale has it now. Crafty defensive play by the Panthers to get the big block there, and now they're looking for an opportunity to cut this game to either 7 or 6 points. King Jr. now has it. King Jr. to Roche. Roche, jumper. It's good. Rims in. Big jump shot.
Yeah, and Stephon Roche, this is only his second game, and he's already a really big contributor. He has 6 points.
He's been aggressive shooting the basketball today as Conroy now has it. Conroy nearly loses it behind the back. Swings it out all alone. No good. Rebound. Tipped into the hands of the Rams, and Spisto finishes it there. He picks up another pair of points. The Rams make it 18-9 here in the first half.
Yeah, and Akinwale, he has to crash the boards right there, and he just let the guy who was guarding him get that rebound and get that easy layup.
As the Panthers now trying to respond, they've been better from the field in the last few possessions. Roche has it. Roche trying to get the ball over to Akinwale. Akinwale guarded by Conroy. Akinwale directing traffic, met by Stanley. Fires it off. Ofori from the corner. It's good. 3-point basket for the Panthers. Or 2-point basket, I apologize. It's 18-11 here.
Yeah, and it looks like Ofori, he's going all in on that 3-point shot right now, and he's 2 for 2.
As the Panthers mismatch, Stanley put back, it's good. Stanley has been just using his height to his advantage. The Panthers struggling to stop him. Roche is a little bit shorter than Stanley, and Stanley has those very long arms, allowing him to get the advantage there as Akinwale taking the ball up the court. He's been one of their primary ball handlers. Been quiet in terms of shooting volume today, but the Panthers have been able to find their offense elsewhere. Layup falling over was number 25 for the Panthers as the Rams now running up the court. A wild shot from Christian Thomas. Rams from 3, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. 0-4, running it up the court. Passes it out to King Jr. from 3. It's good. Swish. Nothing but net there. 20-14. Rams talk it over. They're calling the timeout there. Christian, what are you seeing here from the Panthers as they've gotten closer in this contest?
Yeah, they're doing great so far. They're able to find blind openings to right those fast players. Need to keep pace of the game. Also, there were wild and fast ones, even the short one right there. Even get past them. Gotta keep good guard. And also, it doesn't matter how fast the players are. Gotta find the right opening for them. And for that three-pointer guy, he'll pull it out for the win. Right now, they need to find a way to block those players that are good at running, and find a way to pass through those defense they really have them hard trouble with.
Mohammed, what are you seeing that has allowed the Panthers to get back in this contest? Because at first it looked lopsided. The Panthers creating some offense here and putting pressure on the Rams.
You know, I just think if you're not that great at playmaking, you have to try to get those points in transition. And I think that last play right there, they pushed it in transition, kicked it out for a 3, and they were able to get a good shot selection right there. And King Jr., he was able to knock that one down. So I just think make a point of getting those points, especially in transition. Try to push the ball real early and fast. Don't allow the Rams to get coordinated and play their defense, because when they do, the Panthers are really struggling.
And it seems right now the turnovers are what's hurting the Panthers. The Panthers have kind of slowed that down a little bit, but when they get a shot off, when they get a good possession going, they've been able to go toe for toe in terms of the shooting department with the Rams early on here. As out of the timeout, it'll be Ram basketball. They'll inbound from underneath the Panther basket as they'll take the ball up full court. Balta subs into the contest. He checks in. Inbounding, number 12 for the Rams. That's Notius. To number 10, that being... No, Notius was the one who received the inbound. He drives to the rim. Tough layup. It's good. 22-14. Rams extend their advantage.
Yeah, and great job on Notius, just playing real patient right there and with pace, and he was able to get a layup right there.
And I have to correct myself. Those are the Notius brothers, as it's a foul travel called on the Panthers. So yeah, I was not mistaken to see 2 Notius. I was like, I'm seeing double here. That's because there's 2 of them.
Yep.
And very similar looking. So I'm on twin. I want to wonder if they're twins, but I can't. I wouldn't be able to make that conclusion from here. Rams passing the ball out. Notius to number 14. It's picked off. Panthers have it. Ofori passes it out to King. King Jr. racing it up the court. Layup it's good. Tough layup. Great job on the transition basket. Panthers convert and pick up 2.
Yeah, and the Panthers are really playing really competitive right now, and that's probably why this game is so close.
Panthers foul number 14. They foul Evans as he was going to try and take it up for a layup, and he'll shoot 2 from the line. Evans on the season, a pretty solid free throw, or at least a high volume free throw shooter. He has 25 free throw attempts on the season, shooting 60%, so odds are he's going to hit one of them.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it's a good bet by the Panthers just to foul him.
Right, and not let him get the easy 2, as the first one is good. 23-16 here with a little under 10 minutes to go here in the first half, as Panthers again trailing by 7. At the line, it's Evans. Evans looking to extend the Ram advantage to 8 points.
Yeah, and Evans, he does have 5 points on the game. I think he did a really good job of making his presence felt in the paint real early and getting those free 5 points. And he subs right back into the game and gets 2 points back up on the board. So I think he's doing really good.
It's been Stanley and Evans as Evans hit both of his free throw attempts. Thomas considered pulling up from 3. It'll be King Jr. who misses. Tough rebound by Thomas. He's not there in time. He tried to knock it back in, crashed into the Farmingdale bench, unable to recover it in time. But good hustle there as Notius to Notius, his brother, the inbound, or maybe just a very, very insane coincidence to have two last names that are pretty unique. Notius from three, jumper, it's good. 27-16 Rams have been red hot out of the timeout.
Yeah, and that looked really clean from Notius right there. He was able to get that three going, and I think his team is going to need him to do a lot more of that if they want to win.
Absolutely, as King Jr. swings it out. Thomas has it. Thomas back to King Jr. King Jr. to Akinwale. Akinwale to Ofori. Balta now has it. Balta's got a little size on him. Ofori from three. It's good from the corner.
Yeah, and Ofori, he's just playing out of his mind right now. He already has 2 3-pointers.
As Panthers foul there, and another correction on my end. I seem to not be able to read the 3-point line. That was a 2-pointer from Ofori, although foot might have been on the line there. Mohammed, I know that's a little bit triggering your foot on the line for you. I apologize. But Rams will go for 2 here from the free throw line. Shooting the pair of free throws is Connor Griffin. Connor Griffin on the season has only attempted 2 free throws. He's only made 1 of them.
And he makes it that one.
Yeah, a little bit of a hold your breath one there.
Yep.
He's now 2 for 3 on the season from free throw land, and the Rams extend it to a 10-point lead.
Yeah, and it looks like Thomas is going to sub out, and coming in right now is number 30 for the Panthers.
Yep, that'll, as the second free throw
that's
attempt.
number 10, sorry.
All good. Tyler Jr., that is, as the second free throw attempt was drained by Griffin. Griffin, 2 for 3 from the charity stripes in this contest. Taylor Jr. subs in and immediately gets met by 2 defenders the second he touches the basketball. Panthers, that's Akinwale with the basketball, trying to keep it moving. Balta now has it. Balta literally has it turned over. He is fouled by the Rams. Not on the shot, so Latrell Evans charged with the foul. Balta, the victim of said foul. Panthers will inbound from underneath the basket. They'll have the shot clock set back to 20. Panthers don't have their inbounder necessarily set. Taylor Jr. reluctantly chooses to be the inbounder. Pass out is deep to Ofori. Ofori immediately met at the top of the perimeter. Swing pass, Akinwale doesn't pull up. Decides to pass it out. Ofori inside the 3-point line. Akinwale from 3. Rims out, no good. Rebound, Rams. That was Evans who picked up the rebound. He packs it out to Notius. The only Notius brother on the court currently. Notius dishes it out, almost losing it. Oh, no, excuse me. That is his other brother, Notius, out there. So it's a pass from it's a pass from number 10, Notius, Michael Notius, to number 12, James Notius. James mishandled the basketball, and it's now Panther basketball. So it's 29-18, Panthers with Akinwale specifically taking up the court.
Yeah, and it feels like this press by the Rams is catching the Panthers by surprise, and they don't really know what to do at the moment. They're just passing the ball to each other.
Yeah, Panthers trying to find a shot there, almost, and it's turned over. Panthers, that was a tough play from Taylor Jr. He immediately went to go for the jump shot, had to get the ball out in some capacity as a foul is charged against the Panthers on the shot attempt. Mohammed, Panthers have been slowed down a little bit by the Rams here. What are you seeing that's caused the Rams to start to pull away a little bit again?
I mean, once the Panthers started making those shots, the Rams called a timeout, and I think the coach made a really big point to make sure that they guard that 3-point line, and the Panthers haven't been open at all from that 3-point line since.
Yeah, and taking 2 here is Jordan Tucker. Jordan Tucker hits his first one. And Christian, before we get back into the action here, how can the Panthers get back into this game after letting this slip? They went from down 6 to down 13 as a timeout called here. What are you seeing from the Panthers that's allowed this game to get away from them a little bit?
I'm starting a little pattern there. But I think going forward, they're trying to take the ball and retrieve it. As they do so, to leave opening in the back. Then he gets like 3 people in the back, prepare for a counterattack in case they retrieve the ball. Also, likely, the person forward in the front, that they leave opening space in the back. And really make a perfect formation for passing.
Yeah, the Panthers passing lanes again. It's been an issue for them so far in this contest. Balta put back, no good, mishandled on the rebound. Running it up the court is Michael Notius. Michael drives it to the lane, coast to coast.
Yeah, and Michael Notius, he's just slicing through that OWWR defense and making it look easy. He got that 3-point shot previously, and now he's going straight through the defense to get a layup in, and he put a little English on that one right there, and he's looking like the star of the Rams offense right now.
I'll put a little English on it. I like that phrase. But it's been like a hot knife through butter. The Rams have been able to slice and dice the Panther defense. The Rams, again, one of the best offensive teams in the Skyline Conference. Mohammed, is there any way the Panthers that you're seeing with their defensive structure, can the Panthers make any adjustments to slow the Rams down?
To be honest, I don't know. Michael Notias is really making the Panthers defense look real easy to penetrate. So I think if they want to try to get back in this game, they have to find a way to contain Notias. I don't know if that means potentially doubling him and seeing how he responds to doubles, but I don't know, because he's making those extra passes as well. So I think the Panthers just gotta pick up themselves by the boots and try to contain Notias, get one really good defender and try to get him out the game.
They've been able to put a lot of pressure, especially the guards for the Rams. Now, Christian, as we start exiting the timeout here, what is one adjustment you'd like to see the Panthers make in as they try and close out the final 7 minutes of this first half on a good note?
All right, they need to work on their dribbling, like 40% dribbling, and also need for quick speed. And to do that, you need to take quick action and find an opening right for the timing to take a shot, and possibly you can win. That's so far, you need to take that possibility.
Yeah, it's a good point that the Panthers might benefit from taking some earlier shots in the shot clock, because they've been finding themselves getting stopped in their passing lanes, as Balta now has it, and he's stopped dead in his tracks by Stanley. James Notias now on King. King Jr. met by Stanley. Going to be hard for him to shoot over Stanley, who's got a huge height advantage over him. Stanley disrupting King Jr., but is able to get the ball out. Akinwale has it. Akinwale to Balta. Balta met by 2 defenders, trying to find it. Akinwale from 3. The shot doesn't count. Offensive foul on the Panthers. It's a shot clock violation, and tough break for the Panthers. If they'd gotten that shot off just a half second sooner, would have been a big 3-point basket.
Yeah, something I'm just seeing right there. You have number 33, Yajit Balta. He has a smaller guy on him. He gets the ball, and he doesn't go up with it. Now, his coach probably agreed. Now he's benched.
Yeah, as the Panthers will try and get a stop here. They're trailed by 15. It's 33-18 here in the first half if you're just joining us. A little over 6 minutes in the first half, as it's an easy jumper from Stanley, who's just been able, he has got a huge size advantage. Long arms, tall frame. Basketball sometimes it's just a game of height, man. It's just a game of height.
Yeah, and that's going to be his eighth point already, and he's shooting an efficient 4 or 5 from the field.
Yeah, he's been efficient, he's been effective, and he's been deadly against the Panther defense, as King Jr. got the screen from his teammate Roche, and a foul against OWWR as he was taking a jumper. Question becomes, will it be for 2 or for 3 free throws? See the fingers of 3. I think it'll be 3 free throws for OWWR.
Yeah, I think so too. I made a really big point to look at his feet after those 2 really long 2-point jumpers.
First free throw is good for the Panthers. It's 35-19 as OWWR shooting 70% from free throw land entering this contest. Second one is good as well. So chance to have a 3-point play, get back that 3-pointer they didn't get on the shot clock violation. OWWR, the top score getter for the Panthers this season. He lines it up. Free throw's good. He goes 3 for 3. It's a big trip to the charity stripe as the Panthers cut the lead to 14.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they're bringing out the full court press though, and the Rams, they get it past that half court line real easy.
Their size, their guards have a ton of speed. They have a good mix of size and speed here, as that's James Notias, dangerous from 3. They have to be careful. Stanley is blocked. Great defense from the Panthers as the ball is knocked out of bounds. Panthers seem to be the last one to touch it, but Muhammad, a great defensive possession against the guy in Stanley who has a massive height advantage.
Yeah, and I think they know now that Stanley's going to be at that paint every time. Notias, he made a really good assist right there, and that should have been an assist, but the Panthers picked really good defense.
Yeah, the Rams pick up 2 points there, immediately convert a strong defensive possession from the Panthers into a point scoring opportunity for the Rams, as the Panthers taking up the court. That's King Jr. met by Spotsy, as King Jr. dishes it out to OWWR. OWWR back to Roche. Roche looking for a teammate. He finds Taylor Jr. Taylor Jr. to Akinwale. Akinwale almost pulled up, decided better of it. King Jr. to OWWR. OWWR met by Stanley. Stanley has a size advantage. That's Roche, excuse me, and it's an offensive foul against the Panthers.
Violation, Panthers.
And a turnover for the Panthers. Another empty possession Rams with a chance to go up by either 18 or 19 points here with over 4 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, and the Rams, the Panthers bringing out that zone defense. I think hopefully this 2-3 zone really helps them a lot more than what they were doing before.
Yeah, as the Rams, again, continuing to swing the ball around the perimeter. They've been averaging about 40 points per half as Stanley passes it out. Rams surrounded. Travel called. Panthers force the turnover. Really good defense as they smothered the Rams in the paint there. Panthers will take over. It's 37-21. They'll have a chance to try and cut into that lead and finish the half strong.
Yeah, and I think those rotations were a lot more cleaner than they were doing previously. So I'd rather they do that, what they were doing just now.
Yeah, as the Panthers now inbounding, and that'll be Ofori inbounding it. Ofori passed it out to King Jr. King Jr. met immediately by Michael Notius. King Jr. to Ofori. Ofori out to number 5. That's Bradley Young. Bradley Young to Akinwale to King. King trying to get past the defender. Jumper, mid-range, no good. Rebounded by the Rams. That's number 5 for the Rams. As the drive to the basket is shut off, the Rams choosing instead to attack from the perimeter. Conroy to Michael Notius. Notius to Spassky. Floater is no good. The runner, excuse me. And the putback from Stanley. Rebound, no good. Picked up by the Panthers. Running up the court is King Jr. Will he take advantage of the numbers? He won't. He chooses instead to pass it out. Akinwale from 3. It's good. Wise decision from King Jr. to not pull up, and a great shot from Akinwale to make it 37-24. Rams, no one there. Blocked by Ofori, but they call a foul. Ofori, dejected, thinks he didn't make contact with the shooter.
Panthers foul.
Mohammed, did you think he made contact with the shooter there? I couldn't get a good look from here.
I don't know. I think from my angle, it looked a little clean, but the Reds do have the best angle, so I think I'm going to go with there where...
That's a good point. They do have a better angle than we do, at least because, again, the far side for us is the Ram basket. The Rams will take 2 from the free throw line. The first one is no good. It misses off the mark for number 23, that being, for the Rams at least, that being Josh Minton. Or excuse me, that's for the Panthers.
Oh, no, that would be Gardner, number 23 for Farmingdale.
Gardner went 0 for 2 from the charity stripe there. Panthers rebounded it. Young charged with the rebound. Akinwale met with pressure after hitting a pull-up jumper. Gets by his defender. Ofori now has it. Ofori looking for King Jr. He finds him. King Jr. trying to drive into the paint, into the basket. Doesn't get anything going there. It's Thompson. Thompson through contact. Layup is good. And the foul. It's an N1.
Basket is good.
Yep, the basket's going to be counted. And it'll be a chance for Thomas to make it a 3-point play and make this game a 10-point game.
Yeah, and I think really good possession by Thomas right there. He hasn't really been playing as aggressive previously in the game, and I think he made a really good showing right there, just being aggressive, hop step, and getting that layup in.
As the first free throw, or the only free throw for Thompson, is good, and they convert the 3-point play. Big play there for the Panthers. Rams inbound. Conroy's the one who inbounded it, and he gets the ball right back. Met by Bradley Young, who is almost blown by. Conroy from 3. No good. Rebound by the Panthers. King Jr. trying to race the ball up the court. Met by multiple defenders. From 3, King Jr., his response, no good. Rebound Thomas. Thomas puts it in. Christian Thomas makes it an 8-point contest. Timeout called by the Rams. And Christian, what are we seeing here after, well, same namesake, Christian Thomas just converted 2. Panthers making an 8-point game. What are you seeing the Panthers doing better in the last 2 possessions?
Yeah, to make it a good start. Yeah, for that guy Conroy, they started marking him. This was a good start because to do that, you need to block like best players. And that counterattack right now, they block that good shot right there, and they make a good counterattack by running forward to the back. And also, they need to get like a good passing pass right there. They prove a little, got to learn to adapt. And when they did, they get a counterattack with a good shot. And that other guy like Nodius, he's really good with a layup right there. It's a really good start. Just learn how to adapt and find the right player to mark.
Well, Christian Thomas new to the starting lineup, and our guy Christian here new to the broadcast team, doing an excellent job. But Christian Thomas, 5 consecutive points for the Panthers. Big rebound there, Muhammad. You were talking about the boards. That was a big board for the Panthers to pick up there.
Yeah, and they caught the Rams slipping a little, and now Thomas, he's been making himself available in this game, and now that lead they had is right back down to 8.
Yeah, and again, if the Panthers can keep putting pressure on the Rams here, close this half out strong. It's not that you got to take the lead in the half. You just got to keep it a ball game. Keep it close. Keep it a ball game. Panthers will look for the opportunity here to keep the momentum rolling as the Rams will inbound. It'll be Conroy on the inbound, their leading scorer on the season. Conroy looking for a man. The Panthers pressing them at their part of the court. Conroy now has it.
Yeah, and this is in the same press. You got 8 players down the half.
And last time, Conroy was able to blow by Young. Young made the adjustment and shut off any lane for Conroy to get an open shot up. Fighting through the screen is King. He gets past it to get back to his guy. Runner is no good, but rebound by the Rams. Rams pass it out, swinging it around the perimeter. Notius, that being Michael Notius, now has it. Michael still dribbling it around. Pass it out to Stanley, who loses it. Panthers trying to get through some traffic. All alone is Young. Layup is good. Panthers make it 37-31. They're on a run here. Bradley Young, after the layup, is already meeting Conroy. Conroy facing tough defensive pressure. He goes to the rack. Foul. Oh, travel called. Turnover. Panthers will get the ball back.
Yeah, and this momentum is shifting all the way to the Panthers' end, and it looks like this lead might even cut lower than 6. Let's see what the Panthers got to do.
They have a chance to make it a one-possession game. If they convert any field goal attempt here, if they can convert a field goal, it will be a one-possession game. Panthers, with a little under 2 minutes and a half here, pass it out to Roche. Roche to King Jr. This lineup has been working very well for the Panthers as King Jr. passed it out to Young. Young, who's had a big role both defensively and offensively. Akinwale now has it. King Jr. King Jr. to Thomas, who's been the star in the last few minutes. Roche still has it. And he passed it out of bounds. Tough pass from Roche. They're arguing that contact was made by the Rams. The Panthers protesting that there was contact made by a Ram, and that's what caused the pass to go out of bounds. But nonetheless, refs don't agree. Notius has it. He'll take it up the court, that being Michael Notius. Michael Notius, one of the top scorers for the Rams this season, and has been excellent tonight as well, or this afternoon. Akinwale stayed on his man. Notius' jumper missed. Tough defense from Akinwale. Rebound by the Panthers. King Jr. has it. King Jr. guiding traffic, slowing things down here as we're under a minute in the first half. Panthers just trying to look for a good shot here. They don't go for the 2-for-1. They're just looking to try and play their game. Akinwale fights through. King Jr. now has it. King Jr. pass it out to Roche. Roche to, there's 5 on the shot clock. Roche to Akinwale, layup, it's good! Panthers 37-34. Rams are running up the court. Shot clock still turned on. There's a 5-second gap.
Yeah, great cut by Akinwale right there, and he got himself an easy point.
And the Rams looking for something here. They've been shut down offensively here. Almost lost it. Rams, the bench for the Panthers is going wild. Notius called the foul called against the Panthers. Will it be a shooting foul is the question, or was he on the floor when the foul was called?
Yeah, and it looked like they were doing a really good job of locking down the Rams, and I don't know if that foul was the smartest, and now the Rams will end with this possession right here as the shot clock resets.
Stanley called for the foul, or is the Panthers. It's a blocking foul. Panthers not happy with the call there either. Or excuse me, it was Evans who was the victim of a foul call. Evans has a chance to continue his strong free throw shooting today. He shot 2 for 2 already, made his first 2 attempts. Panthers hoping for a chance to get the ball back here and get a possession before the half ends. First free throw is good for Evans. It's 38-35. Even if this half ends with a 6-point lead for the Rams, given the position the Panthers were in a few minutes earlier, I think they'll take it. But the Panthers hoping to try and cut that lead in again and continue to step on the Rams' throat. Thomas all the way on the other side of the court. There's 14.9 seconds remaining in the half. Evans, free throw. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. It'll remain a 5-point game. Taking the ball up the court is Akinwale. Akinwale. Holding on. Under 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Floater. No good. We'll go into the half. A 38-33 game. The Panthers went on a run to close out the half, and we'll be right back here on OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio with your halftime show. And we are live here for your OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio halftime show. Now, Mohammed, halfway through the first half of this game, it looked like the Panthers were in a familiar situation, which was down by a good bit, down by double digits, and kind of out of the game. But the Panthers turned it around towards the end of the first half. They close out strong. They're still trailing, but instead of a double-digit lead, it's just a 5-digit deficit. What did you see for the Panthers that allowed them to finish the half strong?
I saw that they were prioritizing cutting into that lane and getting those easy layups. They weren't forcing those hard contested fadeaways like they were taking previously. And I just think that they were getting going real early, because every time they try to stay still and try to play slow, they just will find themselves getting shot clock violations. So I think really good job of them going out real early and just trying to look for the best shot.
And the Panthers have been able to get a lot of production from a lot of different players. 5 different players for the Panthers have scored 5 or more points, so it's been distributing the basketball a lot. It hasn't been just one guy here, one guy there. Panthers shooting 52% from the field, 37.5% from three-point land. Mohammed, how are they getting such efficient shooting from their roster after that's been a struggle for them throughout the season? Yeah,
I think it's just the Panthers, once they made it a big priority for them to get in that paint and get those easy layups, they sort of opened up the three-point lane for them, and now they're getting a lot of open three-point shots. Ofori, he's even made one, and he made a couple of pretty long twos, which I think if his feet was back maybe a couple of inches, maybe his team would have got an extra point on the board right there. But I just think they're doing a really good job of shooting.
Yeah, and one thing that we've also seen, as you mentioned, has been just a lot of quality play. And one of the guys who stepped it up towards the end, kind of put the pedal to the metal, was Christian Thomas. Christian Thomas, big possession, scored 5 points in the final 3 minutes of the first half to help the Panthers get back into this ball game. A big board. Panthers, how can a guy like Christian Thomas, other guys seeing them step up, how can that help the Panthers get to the finish line in this game?
That's just an extra piece on the puzzle. Another guy that can contribute really great for the team, and I think him just crashing those boards and making sure he makes those layups is really good on him. And now the Panthers' whole team is opening up.
And it feels as if the Panthers have been able to shut down the big names for the Rams. The Rams' leading scorer again on the season is Sean Conroy, who's averaging 15 a game. Well, he's only got 3 tonight, shooting 1 for 3 from the field, all of them from three-point land as well. So the Panthers have really forced the Rams out of their comfort zone. While the Rams have been able to use their size to their advantage, the Panthers have pressured them, full court press, saying, hey, we're not going to even let you get to half court without meeting some of our guys, something that the Rams are doing to them early in the game to create the turnovers. How do you feel? It almost feels like it's a game of 2 halves, Mohammed. Do you think the Panthers can keep this going, keep that pressure going, or would you have them shake it up a little bit in the second half? Like, what would your message be in the locker room right now if you're head coach Mohammed here?
Yeah, Sean Conroy, he averages 50 points a game, so he's not a scrub. He's a really good player, and I think he might have a chance of having a really big second half. But if I'm the Panthers, I want to do a really good job of just making sure I contain him and do what I did in that first half. Like, looking at his shots, he only took 3 shot attempts, so it's not like he's shooting a lot of shots and he's just not making them. They're not even letting him get up a shot. So I think just staying in his face like they've been doing this first half is going to really help them out in this second half. So I think just keep doing that.
Yeah, and again, as you mentioned, look, the Rams are a very deep roster. The Panthers, one of their biggest issues has been scoring depth. They've struggled with that throughout the season, and as you mentioned, it's not like Sean Conroy is a scrub. He's, scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me. That's a very infamous saying, and I happen to agree with it. Conroy, we talked about him in the pregame. He's someone who's had a big impact, someone you were concerned about containing throughout the contest. Now, I do want to hand it over to Christian here. Christian has been kind of taking a lot of notes throughout the ball game. In the first half, Christian, what are some of your biggest takeaways from the Panthers, things that they've done well and things they need to improve upon in the second half?
Yeah, right now so far it's doing good. Like for the start, struggling right now because they have strong forwards. Right now, they learn to adapt.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I like, and this is something that's different, we do not see this in the Panthers usually. They're the first team out of the locker room. They get the shots up. They're the first team out there. It's them. It's not the other team. Every single time, men's or women's teams, the Panthers have always been the second team out shooting. Now, you see the Panther energy. They're not waltzing out. They're not walking out. They are sprinting out of the locker room. They want to get in this game. The energy was different in the pregame show. Lots of energy, good excitement. Muhammad, how do you think they've been able to play off of that in this contest?
Yeah, I think just knowing that this half is a lot closer might be a lot more motivating to them. And I think them knowing that they're so close to getting their second win of the season is sort of hyping up the whole team. And I think everybody wants to get this win, especially against a really good team like Farmingdale. Farmingdale is one of the best teams, probably the best team in the conference right now. So I think they know if they get a win like this could be an example of what the rest of their season could be against conference team matchups.
And one thing that I always love about sports, rivalry games just brings out a different level of competition. You always say this in the NFL, or in just any sport, honestly, except the NBA. NBA division rivals really aren't a thing. But when the Yankees play the Red Sox will be in last place, Yankees will be in last place. They're pulling out all the stops. In the NFL, if the Giants are playing the Cowboys, it doesn't matter what their records are. They're pulling out all the stops. Rams, Panthers, it's a great rivalry here on Long Island, and I love that these two teams have been going back and forth. Crowd has been getting into it. The Panther bench has been getting into it. Christian, I'll swing it to you here. What do you think the role of energy in the building is played in the Panthers' second half surge?
Yeah, right now they're feeling confident. They can see as much. They're working on their shots. In order to do so for the second half, they need to walk past through their aggressive presses, like they try forward blocking them. Need to find a way to make a counterattack by, pass to the opening spots if possible. Might be doing good at aggressive and offense, but they lack defense. Whether Farmingdale, that's what we need to know.
Yeah, teams have been able to take advantage of the Farmingdale defense. That's a very good point. Teams are averaging 74 points per game. Panthers on pace to score 66 points in this contest. That is above their average on the season. Muhammad, I'll pass it off to you, playing off the point Christian made about confidence. Do you feel like what role? I mean, it feels like a very obvious question, but I feel like athletes, it's just different. Confidence. Talk to me about how confidence can translate into your game.
I mean, confidence it makes probably even the last man on the bench playing like one of the best. Christian Thomas, he came off the bench. He hasn't got really a lot of minutes on the season, and now he's looking like one of the top players on the team right now. And I think just spreading that feeling throughout the whole team, you might see a lot of really good rotation players. So I think just keep that confidence going, stay in this game close, and try to make sure that all your players are involved.
Yeah, and one thing I also think is important here when it comes to confidence is the quickness, the hesitancy to take a shot. The Panthers aren't hesitating on this. They're going after it. They're going out and taking their shots. Christian, what did you just notice there from the Rams warming up?
Yeah, they're trying to fill up their plays. Right now, I think they're trying to be confident with their scores right now. However, they don't play with that. You see they're trying to be aggressive. Look, they might be hyped over there, but look, they're serious, as you see right there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, this is a different level of locked in for a college basketball game. These teams want to beat each other badly. There is a sense, to kind of compare another college rivalry here, Ohio and Michigan, when they play, it is a deep-rooted hatred. These two teams don't want to see the other team win. The Panthers, they don't want Farmingdale to come into their house and win in their house. I know last year the Rams walked into the Clark Athletic Center and claimed victory over the Panthers. That was a game that was close towards the middle. Panthers lost steam towards the end. Panthers looking to reverse the trend here against the Rams. Now, again, as we look at these two teams, look at these two opponents, and they've shown some really ugly stretches. They've shown some very strong stretches. Muhammad, I'll start with you. One good, one bad. One thing the Panthers need to keep doing, one thing the Panthers need to start doing or stop doing. So one good, one bad for the Panthers from the first half.
Just something I think they did really good is just playing in transition. I feel like on some possessions they could have probably pushed it more, but I think they're doing a really good job of just pushing the ball in transition, trying to get those easy points, not letting the Rams get set. And something I think they need to improve on is really their rebounding. I know they did get a lot better throughout the game, but I just know in the beginning, the reason why the Rams took that really big lead was simply because they were out rebounding them, and their center play was just amazing from the Rams. Their centers were doing whatever they wanted. And now I think the Panthers did a lot better of containing the centers in the second half. I mean, that first half, the ending of the first half. But I think just make it a point to not let them get their easy points and get really accumulated in that second half.
Now, Christian, I want to ask you one final question before we go into the break and wrap up this halftime show here. One, I'm going to ask you for the Rams, not the Panthers. So I'm asking for SUNY Farmingdale. One thing you've noticed that the Rams have done well, and one thing is you think they've done poorly, and something you think the Panthers might be able to expose them. Something they've done well that the Panthers need to keep an eye on, and one thing they've done poorly that the Panthers need to expose. Go ahead.
Well, for starters, they got the best shooters right now. They're doing good trying to defend them, but they leave wide spaces. Like for the previous game, they leave wide open for the passing formation of the Farmingdale. Right now, he's trying to tighten the gap. Need to block best forward players. Like, for example, if they go around for like 3-pointers, you need to block that. Also, Farmingdale got a really fast forward formation when they retrieve the ball. To do so, you need to stop doing a man-to-man formation like for defense. For fast and sneaky attacks, they try to pull off right out of the blue.
Yeah, I'd agree. Again, it's a really good point on the Farmingdale side of things with their speed. They have a ton of really good athleticism on the roster, especially with their guard play. They're versatile, they're effective. If they get hot again, the Panthers' defense is going to really be tested here. So we'll see how things play here as we got just a minute left until halftime ends and the second half starts. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next on OWWR Old West Web Radio, Panthers-Rams continue the second half right after this. And we are live here from the Clark Athletic Center. A ball flying wildly over our head. Thankfully, no one hit, no one struck. Our station manager, the one and only, the great Joseph Manfredi, doing the courteous thing to go after it, even though that's not his responsibility. Turnover on the Rams in their first possession to open the half, so the Panthers will have a chance here, down 5, to get it started again.
Yep, and the Rams getting a turnover to start the second half. That's not what they want to do.
Not at all. As the inbound from OWWR is to Akinwale. Akinwale met by Michael Notius. Again, Akinwale dishes out to King Jr. The Panthers running with the same lineup they closed the half with. It's an effective one. One change, OWWR on the court, and he almost loses it, but he picks it back up. Layup is no good. Rebound, Thomas, another big layup. Layup is good.
Yeah, and Thomas, like, he came off the bench, and now he's starting the second half, and I think his coach agrees with us that he's just been one of the 5 best players for the Panthers.
As a blocking foul charged against the Panthers. That first pass that went out of bounds for the Rams was headed towards Conroy. And I'll correct myself here. Not correct myself here. That was a blocking foul. I was right. Why do the players usually stand by like the baseline and they'll like look like they're going to go for 2 free throws? I'm like, oh, am I wrong? As the pass is tipped by the Panthers, it'll be inbounded again for the Rams. Really strong defense there by the Panthers. 1 second off the shot clock for the Rams now. Spisto will dish it out to Conroy. Conroy catches it deep way out of the 3-point land. Maybe a little out of his range. Natius now has it. Natius dishes it out to his brother, that being Michael. Michael, floater. Rebound for the Rams. Rams trying to find something. Natius from 3. It's good. Big response from the Rams to make it a 41-35 ball game. It's a 2-possession contest once again, as King Jr. will take it up the court, met by Michael Notius, who just hit the big 3-pointer.
Yeah, Notius, he was pretty wide open, and for the guy that has 10 points already on the game, well, I would say 13, I would think that they would play him a lot more close.
Yeah, the Panthers left the man that shouldn't be open in that situation there, it'll be inbounded under the Panther basket, or under the Ram basket for the Panthers. There's 15 seconds left in the shot clock. King had his dribble disrupted by a Ram defender. Akinwale currently has the basketball. He's got 10 seconds to get something going. OWWR's got it. The Panthers going to have to get something going quick. King Jr., 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, drive to the rim. Jumper, Roche, no good, off the back iron. Rebounded by the Rams. Rams have already hit their first three-pointer of the second half, looking to keep it going here. It's a 6-point contest as we open the second half. Spisto currently has it. Bounce pass, jumper, no good. Rebound by the Panthers. Roche really almost lost that one there, but tipped it to his teammate Akinwale. King Jr. now has it. King Jr. looking to get past his defender.
Yeah, and I think the Panthers, they should try to do something with the ball instead of just passing it along. I feel like they're doing a really bad job of just trying to get that ball towards that rim.
As Roche fouled by the Rams. Christian, what are you seeing out of the start of the half here that is, what are you seeing so far in the start of this half?
Yeah, I see that Farmingdale doing aggressive and offensive plays. Yeah, it's making hard trouble for the team. You're starting to get serious over there. But don't worry. You need to do like a wide pass formation. Like starters, you got to do more like out of outer ring, like the three-pointers. And for them, it may be possible like you got to take them out and they got to eyes focus on the players, but they're not watching the back. Possible opportunity for a counterattack. Slip past through them with off-ball movements.
Panthers had a three-point shot that didn't go in. Rams have their three-pointer missed, but a tip-in from Evans makes it 43-35. As Christian noted, the aggressiveness from the Rams there, continuing to allow them to put points on the board. King Jr. now has it. Rams have kind of stolen some momentum back here in the second half. Akinwale to OWWR. OWWR. Mid-range is good. 43-37. Tough shot there to make it a 6-point contest.
Yeah, and OWWR, he's really making a lot of his shots today. I think that's something he really improved on coming into this season.
As Evans almost had an open opportunity, but he fumbled the pass, and his putback was no good. Rebounded. Evans driving to the basket. Shakes free. Layup is good. Tough layup. Tough move. Slicing and dicing through the Ram defense. It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, and see, that's what I want to see more of. Just pushing the ball in transition, and you see King Jr. was able to convert that layup right there.
Yeah, King knifing through the defense like a hot knife through butter. From three, Conroy, no good. Rebound by Thomas. Thomas picking up some big boards for the Panthers. Thomas to King Jr. King Jr., who just picked up the tough layup in transition, has it now. Looking to drive to the basket, met by two defenders. OWWR now has it. OWWR has a size advantage over his defender, and he's fouled. Which, again, that's why size advantages are important, because you can draw these fouls. Your defenders tend to be more physical, tend to get a little more reckless, careless, try to sacrifice, hey, we'd rather get this guy to the line than let him get an easy bucket.
Yup, and Panthers find themselves with the ball.
King Jr. inbounding it to Akinwale. Akinwale back to King Jr. King Jr. has been really athletic in this contest. Akinwale, or has displayed his athleticism a lot in this contest with quick dashes to the rim. King Jr. swinging out. Akinwale has it now again. He's sizing up the Ram defense. Throws it away. Rams have it. Errant pass.
Yeah, Akinwale, he sort of got in that pain and he jumped up and he didn't have anybody to pass it to, so he just had to sort of throw it up anywhere.
Michael Notias all alone. From three, connects, or Conroy, excuse me. Picks up his second three-pointer of the game. He's been a little bit quiet today, but not in that shot there. As the Panthers looking to respond, King Jr. has it. King Jr. looking for a Panther. Panthers just dishing around the perimeter. They have not gotten anything moving around. King Jr. currently has it again. Akinwale. Panthers swing pass picked off. Panthers trying to get back in time. The assist blocked. Oh, they call goaltending there. They'll count the basket.
Yeah, and Akinwale, he just picked up 2 turnovers back-to-back, and now that lead is approaching that double-digit category, and I just feel like maybe he should try to not try to dribble the ball too much. Just try to pass it to your distributors like King Jr. He's doing a really good job of that.
Yeah, and I think they need some more off-ball motion as well. Christian, what is the difference between the Ram and Panther offense so far in this second half?
Yeah, right now the Panthers being cool-headed. Right now they're trying to work on the passing formation, like trying to keep the ball off from their aggressiveness. That way, just find an opening for them to take a shot. And for the Rams, they're really trying to be aggressive over there. I think that play right now, they actually made a foul over there. That's seeing right now. Yeah, being charging with recklessness. That's the problem.
Yes, there's a difference between aggressive and reckless. There's a big difference between the two. Panthers with reckless passes, Rams aggressive passes. Very good note there. I like that. You create that separation between the two because again, it's very important in basketball to separate reckless from aggressive. King Jr. takes it up the inbound from Bradley Young. This is the lineup they closed it out with a couple of. Bradley Young was in the closing lineup. He wasn't there to start the half. Now he's back in as Akinwale and King Jr. kind of the same passing situation. Now what you want to see if you're the Panthers. Panthers looking to generate some form of offense here. Akinwale to King Jr. King Jr. The Panthers not able to penetrate and get inside the perimeter. Jump from Young is good. Pulled up from deep.
5, Bradley Young.
Yeah, Bradley Young, he was able to get that three-pointer to drop, and that's his 5th point on the game.
Pass is deflected. Young immediately making his impact. It was a long two there. Not a three-point. I'm guessing the foot was on the line there, but Young just pulled up and let it fly. Thomas, no good. Rebound, Young, put back, no good. Second chance opportunity denied by the Rams. Rams are racing up the court. Oh, crafty pass, but blocked by Thomas. Thomas all over the stat sheet tonight.
Yeah, and Thomas got really high on that block right there.
As the transition three, no good from the Panthers. As you mentioned, the athleticism for Thomas. He's got a good combination of size, speed, and ability to get up there. If I tried to jump that high, my knees would give out immediately.
Yeah, probably same.
I think you can get that high, Mohammed. You still got it.
Maybe on a good day.
On a good day, hey, I can't get there on my best day. That's Christian Thomas rebounds the miss off the Rams. It's a 7-point contest here in the Clark Athletic Center. The Panthers haven't been able to claw into or scratch back into the deficit that they entered the half with. Rams have done a good job of keeping pressure on the Panthers and swinging momentum back in their favor. King Jr. driving. Ofori, swing pass. Young from three, no good. Rebound, Rams. Well-timed jump by Conroy. Conroy, shifty, behind the back. Stanley, big man, from three. No good. Rebound Akinwale. Akinwale behind the back to get past his defender. He's all alone. Young, pull up, no good. Rebound from the Rams.
Yeah, and I feel like they probably could have got a shot at the rim right there instead of a jump shot, but he was open, so I guess better than nothing.
It's a good shot attempt, just didn't get it down as Spotsy from three is no good. Rebound juggled around there like a ping pong ball a little bit, but King Jr. came down with it. Akinwale from three, no good. Rebound, Ofori walks his man down, loses the basketball. Stanley has it. He passes it out. That to number 4, that being Steichen, Robbie Steichen. Spotsy denies the chance to take the three, and it's no Tias from three to knock it down. A 10-point game from the Rams, and Mohammed, the Panthers starting to lose some steam here in the Clark Athletic Center.
Yep, and this feels like the Michael Notias game. He's making every single shot. He's a perfect, almost perfect 4 or 5 from that 3-point line. So he's finding himself open a lot, even though he's the best 3-point shooter on the team, and he's getting them to drop.
Christian, we've seen Notias, that big Michael Notias, really destroy the Panther defense with an aerial assault from three. How can the Panthers create more pressure on Notias and kind of shy him away from taking those quality shots?
Let's do that. That's a trick question, my friend. You gotta have found 3 players to counter smart and aggressive plays like the Farmingdales. Yeah, they're having a lot of force over there, But the key is have good defense. You need to find the spots where they do sneak attacks around, and they try to switch around with players they're going to charge for and pass to them. You gotta watch out for them. For short players, you don't look like it, but but it's very tricky to deal with. Trust me.
Yeah, as a short guy, I try to be difficult to deal with as well. I don't have height going my way here. Akinwale now has it. He passes it out for three. Young, it's no good. Rebound. Oh, boxed out. The Rams boxed out Young there to prevent, or Thomas, excuse me, to prevent him from getting his own miss. Now, the Rams have built it up to a 10-point lead after entering the half with a 5-point lead due to a 3-point thrashing. Panthers now trying to stop the Ram barrage. Rams driving. Evans almost lost it. Sizes up his defender. Conroy. Drive to the basket. Denied. Rebound. Panthers. King to the rim. Floater it's good. Panthers cut the lead back to 8. It's 51-43.
Yeah, King Jr. picks up his 9th point of the game, and I think he's doing a really good job of just making his game inside that paint area, and the Rams haven't been stopping him.
Absolutely, as the Panthers now trying to make it back-to-back stops here. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound by the Panthers. That's number 10. That's Taylor Jr. who picked up the rebound. Taylor Jr. checked back into the contest after the timeout. King Jr. now has it. King Jr. Akinwale threatening to pass somewhere else, but King Jr. receives the pass right back. King Jr. to Akinwale, who was left alone but immediately met by pressure. Young to Roche to Akinwale back to Young in the corner. Jumper, Roche, no good. Rebound, Rams have it. That was a tough mid-range shot. Panthers haven't been able to get a lot of high-efficiency ones in the second half. Three-pointer, no good. Foul called. It'll be a 3-point opportunity for the Rams. A tough foul for the Panthers to commit.
Yeah, and I just feel like the Panthers, they're not doing a really good job of creating advantages on the offensive end. They're just Michael Notias, he's been in the game for almost 20, 30 minutes now, and they haven't got him in that paint area.
That's a great point. They haven't been able to find, as the first free throw from Griffin is missed. Griffin, but as you were mentioning, the Panthers have been able to create a lot of offensive advantages. It'll be a 2-point free throw. It's actually a 2-point foul, not a 3-point foul. Griffin Reed has struggled from the free throw line at times, or Connor Griffin has struggled from the free throw line at times, but he hasn't had a lot of opportunities as free throw goes. He's now 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and as I see the Panthers on offense again, I feel like they should try to get Notias under the basket. Just try to set some screens, get him played out the game if you can.
Absolutely. Akinwale now has it. He passed it out to King Jr. Ofori potentially looking to set the screen there, but he doesn't. Three-pointer from the Panthers, no good. Panthers jumper has not been falling. Rebound. Jumper is good. That's Thomas. Mid-range jumper. 52-45.
Yeah, and Thomas, now he's one of the third highest scorers of the game, and he's doing a really good job on both sides of the ball of just being really impactful.
Yeah, as the Panthers have been getting a good offensive performance from him. And the N1, Evans converts the attempt, and he'll get an opportunity to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, and it looks like Christian Thomas, he doesn't know who the foul is on.
Christian Thomas pleading his case with the ref, and the very common pleading your case pose. You've got two arms, palms out, you stick them out, and you say words, and it usually creates more emphasis. But refs, unfortunately, that has gone up a successful 0 for however many pleas you see basketball players make on these foul calls. The free throw attempt for Evans is up, and it's good. 3-point play completed by the Rams. Under 10 minutes to go here, and a 10-point advantage for the Rams. King Jr. taking the ball up the court.
Yeah, and it feels like the Panthers, they waste a lot of time just passing the ball back and forth at the top of the key when they should be trying to get some offense going.
Yeah, they've been doing a really poor job of moving the basket, having some off-ball movement. That jumper, no good. From Ofori, the Panthers have gone ice cold from three-point land, while the Rams have stayed red hot. And the Rams drive. Conroy dumps it to Evans. Evans fouled on the shot attempt. Thomas even more displeased, voicing his displeasure with the foul call.
Panthers foul number 12.
Yeah, and I don't think a Panther player really touched him. I think he jumped anticipating that pressure, that contact, and nobody was there, and he sort of flew down, but
Number 14.
the refs saw him on the floor, so I think maybe that has to do why they gave him the call.
Yep, that's again, the fall probably sold the play a little bit too. Part of the game is being able to draw fouls, so there is an art form to it. They'll mop the area, the scene of the alleged foul crime, as Evans will take 2 at the charity stripe. Panthers trailing by 10 with 9 minutes to go. They'll have to get something going fast and often if they want to get back into this contest. As the Clark Athletic Center falls silent as soon as I say that.
Yeah, and Evans, he's at the line.
Evans has had a strong shooting day as his first free throw is good.
Yeah, that's his 6th free throw of the game. He's 5 for 6.
Looking to make it. I'm not saying that number. I'm not doing that. No. I'm vehemently against that trend. The free throw is up and it's good. His 6th free throw of the game, and it's a 57-45 contest with under 9 minutes to go.
His 6th free throw made out of 7.
As King Jr. now has it. King Jr. fighting through the screen from Ofori. Ofori's screen was unable to create separation for King Jr., who has the ball back. Ofori's second attempt at a screen. Much better shot attempt. It's good. 3-pointer. Big one for the Panthers, or 2-pointer. Long 2. 57-47 cuts the lead back to 10. The Panthers are going to have to keep that momentum going there.
Yeah, and it feels like the Panthers have made tons of those long 2s with their foot on the line, and now great dunk right there by Control Evans.
Yeah, the rack attack from Evans makes it a 59-47 contest. 8:16 to go here in the second half. Panthers looking to try and do something here. The screen, look, the pick and pop is not a bad idea to at least create a little more separation on these 3-point shots or these long-range 2s. Panthers drive to the rim. Roller is no good. Rebound by the Rams. Rams don't have the advantage, so they'll slow it down here. Conroy all the way on the other side, runs back over from 3. No good. Rebound by the Panthers. Thomas, who's been an excellent standout performer in this contest, has definitely earned himself more playing time in this game. Picks up the rebound. King Jr. has it. King Jr. sizing up the defense for the Panthers. Panthers just swinging the ball around. Trying to direct traffic is King Jr. Back to King Jr. See that outlet pass, that pass, we were just passing it right back, and King Jr. from 3, no good. Rebound by the Panthers. Jumper, mid-range jumper is no good. Ball tipped around, but rebounded by the Rams. He had the advantage there in terms of people down in the paint. Rams almost had the pull-up 3 there, but decided against it. Rams looking to just close this thing out. They're up by 12. Nothing reckless here for the Rams is the game plan. Through contact, Evans unable to get it to go. That being King Jr. now who picks up the drive to the rim. Akinwale fouled by the Rams. A lot of contact. Pretty obvious fouling situation there. Easy shot for Akinwale. Rams decide to make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Yeah, and Akinwale just being really aggressive in transition, and now he's going to find himself at the line to potentially get 2 free points.
As it was Connor Griffin who was charged with the foul, and Akinwale will go to the line for 2. Akinwale getting ready to take his first free throw, and he makes it to make it an 11-point contest.
Yeah, and Akinwale, he averages 11 points, 11, 12 points, and he's been having a really quiet game today. He only has 6 points, so hopefully in these final 7 minutes he's able to make his mark on this game.
The Panthers are going to need a shooting barrage here to get things going, as the second free throw attempt is good. Timeout called. It's a 10-point game here, and Christian, we'll start with you here. The Panthers are letting this game get away from them, it seems, but they have enough time to at least make it competitive. What do the Panthers need to do to get themselves back into the game in the waning minutes of this contest?
Right now, things need to work on their 3-pointers for starters. And second, need to work on their movements. Like, they're staying too still. Need to move around in order to pass the ball. Yeah, do that thing on a whistle. Yeah. And I noticed that the Farmingdales have 5 ice forwards, like I said before, through the blind spot right in the back. Another player have to go to the blind spot of that right there in order to get the pass through them. That's the key point, getting shoots.
And Muhammad, coming out of this timeout, if you were the Rams, you are Panther head coach Muhammad. You're in that huddle. What are you telling your players? What's your game plan to get them back into this contest?
I mean, Michael Notias, he's had himself a game, and he's been on the bench for a few minutes, but I'm assuming that he's going to come out soon. So I feel like if I'm the Panthers coach, I'm telling them once he gets in, or maybe if his brother's in, the other Notias, I think they should try to set some screens and try to get Notias playing some defense and try to score those easy buckets with one of those guys under the rim and try to get a free layups.
Yeah, as the Panthers, again, they're trying to get back into this contest. We've got our incredible DJ Rescue over there trying to keep the energy going in the Clark Athletic Center. It's been a little more of a quiet day in the Clark Athletic Center, even though the Panthers aren't out of this one yet. Rams trying to get an inbound here. Full court pressure from the Panthers. A little bit of a change-up in their defensive strategy. They had success doing it in the first half to close it out. Panthers with Young at the court, in the lineup, on the court. This is the lineup they closed the half out with, the exact 5. Roche trying to stop Evans. He's fouled and one.
Yeah, and Evans, he's just a really big guy, and the Panthers don't really have the personnel to guard him, and he's taking advantage of that. He's going straight to the paint every time.
And Roche was not happy at all with that call. You saw he kept his 2 arms up as if he was in his same defensive position, signaling, hey, how could I have gotten a hand on this guy? But again, the foul call on Evans. Evans has done a great job drawing contact, drawing fouls, forcing the Panthers to, with their size disadvantage to, make some more reckless defensive plays that have allowed Evans to get to the line. He's shooting his 8th free throw attempt in the contest, and he misses it. 6 for 8 from the free throw line, a more acceptable number I can read out on the broadcast. As King Jr. takes it up the court, the rebound picked up by the Panthers to keep it a 12-point contest.
Yeah, and I feel like the Panthers haven't done a really good job of just prioritizing that popper on the pick and rolls.
Yeah, the Panthers have not shot well at all in the second half. They have hit just 1 3-pointer, and they've taken, as that 3-pointer is good for the Rams. This one getting away from the Panthers. It's getting, we're in scary hours for the Panthers. You've got a little over 5 minutes to go, and you're down by 15. Panthers 3-point shot is gone, turned over. Rams have it. Notias to the rack. That's 2. On the inbound, almost picked off. Timeout called. That is a demoralizing sequence to the Panthers. They are trailing by 17 points with 5:46 left in the clock. Mohammed, this is the part of the game where if you don't, that was the turnaround portion. This is the portion where you're supposed to be going on that run. Rams have kind of, they've started closing things up. They're taking that door and they're slamming on the Panthers.
Yeah, and I just feel like the Panthers, they're in that territory where you have to cut down on those mistakes, and I feel like they've only made even more mistakes. And that's not how you beat a team, especially a really strong 7-2 Farmingdale team.
And on that note, Farmingdale is a good squad. Christian, I want to ask you, what have you seen Farmingdale do better in the second half that's allowed them to be so effective, so efficient, and get up to the 66-point mark?
Yeah, I noticed they're going for the openings right there. Yeah, just trying to get an eye on us. That could be a problem for the other team. But, 80% of the offensive plays, and 20% looks to defense. They're being too aggressive. They might have to start a counterattack. So, they're going to have to start moving forward, moving back. That way you could confuse the opponents.
Yeah, and if as Christian pointed out, attacking openings, the Panthers have not only had a lot of openings on the defensive side of the ball, but the Rams have continuously punished it. They've taken those shots, and the Panthers have not been able to create mismatches on their offensive side of the ball. They'll try and get something started here as Thomas inbounds to King Jr. King Jr., the lead ball handler for the majority of this contest, swings it out. 3-pointer from Taylor is no good. Rebound King Jr. Good hustle there to keep it alive. The possession, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by the Rams, who fall out of bounds. So it'll be Panther basketball. But again, the ice-cold shooting. The Panthers shooting 3 for 19. That would have the dubious honor of being a tour date. When you shoot a tour date in basketball, never a good thing, especially if it's March 19th.
Exactly, and they were doing really good in that first half, 3 of 8. They didn't shoot a lot of threes, but when they did, they made them. And now in the second half, they're 0 for 11. They haven't gotten a single three-pointer to drop, and that's probably why they find themselves down 17.
Yeah, if they could have just gotten some of these threes to fall, I mean, they might be winning right now. Outlet pass, no good. Smoked the open layup. OWWR showing open frustration after a smart pass into the rim. I mean, the Panthers have not been able to convert anything in this second half. It feels like there's a lid on the basket almost. Rams, who have not had a lid on their basket, they have 66 on the docket tonight. Rams, a lot of ball movement. Layup, it's good. Rams extend their lead. They're going to try and get to a 20-point advantage. They're at 19 right now. What was once a 5-point contest, a one-possession game, even at one point, has become a blowout. Panthers trying from three. Taylor, it's good. Panthers finally getting something to go from downtown. It's 68-52.
Yeah, and they only have about 4 minutes and some change to try to flip a 60-point lead. So let's see if the Panthers can get that done.
Evans fouled, draws contact once again. Another trip to the charity stripe. Christian, how do you feel like Evans, the man currently at the free throw line, who's drawn so many free throws, why do you feel like that's been such a catalyst for the Rams? His ability to draw contact. Can you talk a little bit about that and how it's created an advantage for the Rams?
Yeah, you see, he's creating a lot of faults over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can notice he's trying to keep it cool, but however, his foul right there is reckless, as you see that. He thought he's capable by doing fouls, but however, gives a team opportunity for like the counterattack, like after they do free throws. Like it's really throw off balance. Also, you might notice that rest of plays right there, like it's like a lot of weak points over there, and it might even make it possible if they like extend their formation for the Panthers. Like guys do like a lot of passing around over there at the longest distance possible. As possible, it might mean move forward to get to the hoop.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, again, reckless. The Panthers have had to be reckless in their defense against Evans because they don't have the size and they don't have the matchup that has been able to cover Evans throughout the contest. One big note we talked about early, we looked at the rosters, and the first thing that stands out to you is the size for the Rams. 6'5", 6'5", 6'6", 6'5", 6'4". I mean, it's guy after guy after guy who just towers over Panther defenders, and that has created these mismatches that, again, they've attacked time and time again. And after the timeout, Evans will get a chance to shoot two from the charity stripe. He's been very effective from there, very efficient, and it'll give the Rams an opportunity to potentially make this either a 17 or an 18-point contest. Now, this will, if we were to have a win probability chart, it is not looking good for the Panthers, to say the very least. I think that's a meek way to put it, but there is, I think, pride in at least putting pressure and making it a fight. So for the Panthers, these are still important possessions, important reps for them to get in a big game. As first free throw from Evans is good. He is now 7 for 9 from the charity stripe. Yeah,
and Evans now, he's the leading scorer of the Rams. He has 19 points.
Yeah, and the important thing here for the Rams is efficiency, shot efficiency. They've been efficient from the field. Second free throw is good. Evans now up to 80% from free throw land. The Rams have shot 41% from three, 46% from the field. So they have certainly sliced and diced the Panther defense. The Panthers swinging things around. OWWR to King Jr. King Jr. to Akinwale. Back to King Jr. King Jr. Back to OWWR. A lot of perimeter passing, not a lot of shot opportunities. King Jr. back to Akinwale. Pass tipped, almost lost by the Panthers. King Jr. from way downtown. Miss. I mean, that was almost from the logo, but he had to get that one off because shot clock was winding down. It's 70-52. It's a little over 3.5 minutes here in the Clark Athletic Center.
Yeah, and if you're down this much, if you're actually trying to win, you have to try to get shots up early. They just passing the ball, wasting time.
Yeah, it's like the passes are creating offense or setting up a play. It's just pass, pass, pass. Panthers pick up the rebound. Layup is smoked. Again, it's like there's a lid on it. I mean, that ball just swirls out for the Panthers, and Rams pick up the rebound. Layup, it's good. It's a 20-point game. Rams lead. Timeout called by the Panthers. Oh, excuse me, a foul called against Jordan Tucker.
Yeah, in this game, Really got away from the Panthers in the second half right here.
Yeah, the Farmingdale, I mean, they were aggressive. They played their game in the second half. They just got it going, and the Panthers went ice cold from three-point land. And that is, I think, a story of this contest. It's a tale of two halves, as it was a technical foul that the Panthers missed their free throw shot from there, that being King Jr. King Jr. will take another free throw attempt. Starters checking out for the Rams as they send in their secondary and tertiary units. I finally get to use the word tertiary. Makes me sound smarter, Mohammed. The second free throw attempt is good. 72-53 for the Rams here. 3:05 left in the game clock. We're in the second half. The Rams all but certainly will claim victory here in the Clark Athletic Center in what was a thrilling game for moments but became an ugly one towards the end, similar to what we saw last year here at the Clark Athletic Center, as the Panthers also bring in some substitutions, some players getting their first minutes here. King Jr. passes it out. King Jr. currently has the ball back. Three-pointer, it's good. 72-55 for the Panthers. With 2:46 here, 72-56 here in the Clark Athletic Center. It is a 16-point contest. Layup is good as Ofori will inbound to King Jr. They're racing up the court. It's 74-56. Three-pointer from Taylor Jr. It's good. Maybe a little bit too late for the Panthers on the three-point efficiency, but hey, you need to get your reps and you got to get your shots up. It's important to at least get them in. Rams layup. No good, rimmed out. Ball is recovered by the Panthers. Rebound was loose, and the Panthers able to recover.
And Rahman, number 2, he probably should have shot that when he was open.
Panthers don't have time to stand around. They've got to get this thing out.
Exactly, and
Taylor from the corner. It's good. 3-point barrage here from the Panthers. They've scored 9 in less than a minute. It's a 12-point game. I won't call this a contest yet, but three-pointer, Conroy, that's good. That is certainly the response from Conroy. 77-62, 15-point game again. Panthers kind of feeling themselves a little bit, but Conroy shut the door. Three-pointer, no good. Off the mark is King Jr. And with a minute and a half left in a 15-point game, the clock's starting to wind down. The Rams slow down their tempo. Conroy set the screen. Conroy. Way downtown. It's good. Conroy red hot from 3 in the last few moments of this game. And the pass is knocked out of bounds. Turnover by the Panthers. As this one coming to a close here with an 18-point lead for the Rams. A minute 10 going. At this point, it's just about getting the reps in, Mohammed. This isn't strictly, hey, let's get our reps in. Let's finish strong. Let's, show the crowd a good effort, right? There's no quitting, even when you're down by that much. And it's at this point, it's about character and about getting your reps in.
Yep, and the Panthers finally made some threes, but it feels like this game is pretty much over. And if only they could have made those shots previously.
Yep, as Balta fouls Natius, and I've got to give credit to Michael Natius. Michael Natius was, if we're going to be honest, Michael Natius looked like, you couldn't differentiate him between one of the Splash Brothers, whether it's Klay Thompson or Steph Curry. He shot 4 for 5 from 3, 70% from the field. He's taking his first trip to the charity stripe, and he drains his first one. If he makes the second one, he'll tie Evans for 20 points, and the Rams will have 2 20-point scorers here in the contest. Again, that comes down to whether Natius makes his free throw. So of significant consequence, considering this is a contest that is pretty much over. Natius, his second free throw is no good. He will not have his 20-point game for now. As Young passes out to Taylor. Taylor Jr. drive. Pull up, step back, jump shot, no good. Rebound, fighting for it is Balta and Stanley. They'll say it is. Still waiting for the ruling. It will be Panther basketball, it seems. Checking out of the game is Michael Natius. He finishes with 19 points on 70% shooting, 80% from three-point line, and 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. What a contest for Natius, who was an absolute force to be reckoned with. His Balta's shot is blocked by Stanley. His putback, though, is good. Stanley continuing to just be a menace against the Panthers today. He had a pretty strong contest as well. Again, we've got a lot of the reserves checking in for both sides. Panthers, Rams, the clock winds down. We've got 38 seconds. Pass out, jumper. No good. Rebound. Locked around a little bit. Still loose. Rebound picked up. Stanley now has it. And his putback is good. Stanley having another phenomenal game. Stanley has his 10th point of the contest. He shot 5 for 9 from the field. Shot clock's turned off. This will be the final possessions of this game. Whether the Panthers choose to give the Rams another possession or not is up to them. It's 83-64. This one will go down as a loss for the Panthers and a win for the Rams. That three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Young, his putback, no good. Rebound, Rams fired off of a Panther. Balta with 2 seconds left. Chris Paul, kind of that Chris Paul meme there on the shot attempt from Balta. It does make it an 83-65 game. The Rams pick up victory here in the Clark Athletic Center. They pulled away with a strong second half. We'll have our post-game show right here on OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio, so don't go anywhere. Again, 83-65 is your final score. We'll be right back after this.
And we're back with our OWWR post-game interview. We have Ryan Garcia here with our Panther player of the game, King Jr.
Yeah, we want to first off thank you for coming over here and doing this interview. Now, yeah, you led the team in points scored tonight. What did you feel helped you be aggressive, driving to the basket, creating some layup opportunities for yourself in the contest?
My teammates need me to do certain things for them, and I play within my role and let the game come to me.
Now, this is an important rivalry game between the Panthers and the Rams, two teams on Long Island. You guys showed a lot of energy throughout the contest. Why does this game mean so much to your school and to Farmingdale?
Because it's so close to home. Like, they're down the road, and I guess we've been in many battles with them. So.
Now, the Panthers did take the loss in this contest. What are some things you guys feel like you can take away and apply into your upcoming matchups?
The first half, how we ended that half, that's how we have to play the whole game.
And finally, when it comes to a day like today on a Saturday, getting to play basketball and putting up as many points as you guys did, you exceeded your average on the season. What did you guys feel on offense allowed you guys to perform so well in this contest offensively?
Not moving the ball, playing within our system, and finding the gaps within the defense.
Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your Saturday.
Have a good one.
Passing it right back to Mohammed.
Yes, Ryan, thank you for that perfect interview for our Panther player of the game, King Jr. And as we go into our post-game coverage, Christian, what did you think about the Panthers in that second half?
Yeah, they did doing good. They were off at the first start. They're starting to adapt a little against an offensive team like the Farmingdales. They play hold off. Yeah, wish they do better on their defense. And for starters, they really want to do good. They got to learn how to get the ball and possess it when is rebound.
Yeah, and what did you think about the Panthers' shot selection in that second half? That first half, they were 13 of 25, and in that second half, they shot only 13 for 41, 31%. So what did you think about the shots they took?
Yeah, I think they're doing good for the Panthers, but there's one problem. Yeah, that the team is starting to learn how to be more aggressive and start to counterattack a little. But the Panthers, they starting to adapt. Like, they learn how to, for starters, learn how to pass around the ball and with the right range. But need to be more quick about it. And, you have good eyes on the ball, too. Like for the other team, they're locking in, but their eyes wide open in the front, but not the back.
Yeah, I agree entirely. And I feel like the Panthers, that first half, they did most of the things really good, and then that second half, sort of everything fell apart. Their offense, they just weren't able to score, and even more important, I feel like their defense failed a lot in that second half. Kentrell Evans, he had 20 points on only 24 minutes, and it was a 6 for 10, really efficient game, and I think most of them came from that paint area, and he was even forcing fouls. He shot 10 free throws, and he was able to convert 8 of them. So I just think Kentrell Evans, he did a really good job of just punishing that old Westbury defense. And then Michael Notius as well. He had 19 points. He shot 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 5 from three-point lane, and he had 5 assists to go along with that. So I just think he did really well as well, and he was able to force the old Westbury Panthers into that large deficit. who do you think had a really good game for the Panthers?
Who would I think? Well, I think that would be, right now, Ofari. Well, for starters, he's really good with counterattacks, with the rebound. And by the scores, he was good with offense and defense.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing the Panthers did really good is their rebounding. We know coming into the game, the scout report I was saying, you got to rebound because this team, the Farmingdale Rams, they get a lot of rebounds. And today, the Panthers, they had 38 rebounds to the Rams 37 rebounds. So they won that battle, and I think that's probably one of the only battles they won today. But I think if they want to continue of just being really competitive in games, this game a lot more competitive than their previous games, they got to make sure that they keep rebounding, keep doing what they were doing, and especially doing what they were doing in that first half, which is just taking the good shots and not forcing anything. And Ryan, what did you like about the Rams today?
Well, the Rams, again, they moved the ball so well. They had so many contributions from players that weren't at the top of the point-scoring leaderboards coming into the game. And one of the things about that team that is so interesting and effective to watch about them, their shot quality. They take and make great shots. They always find openings. They always punish those openings. I know Christian mentioned it around the halftime show. They find openings. They punish it. The Panthers, reckless. The Rams, aggressive. That's the difference between the two. It's not the energy. It's not the hustle. It's not the athleticism. It is the size a little bit. There's some more size on the Rams side of things, but very importantly, discipline. The Rams are a more disciplined basketball team at the moment. That is something that the Rams have taken to being the best team in the conference. We saw that today. We saw two teams that, talent-wise, I mean, the gap isn't to the point where they can't compete. We saw it. We saw it time and time again. But disciplined. Rams, aggressive, as Christian noted. Panthers, reckless.
And I think that was probably the story of the entire game. And the Panthers, they dropped down to 1-9 on the season, and the Farmingdale Rams, they're 8-2 now. I think they are the top of the conference, and the Panthers are the bottom.
Yeah, it's been a tough year for the Panthers. But fellas, any final notes, Christian? Any final notes on the Panthers before we wrap things up here on the post-game show?
Well, I like that they're doing good so far in the game. Right, from what I've seen, the other teams, they're like 80% offense and 20% defense. I think they need to know how to adapt and learn how to adjust with the formation, like triangle formation, like get the pass away from the players, get it going till like confuse them. That way, have a high priority, like a 70% chance to win if it's possible, and also get more with the rebounds. That's another thing. A high press plays like that, they get wrecks with the ball, and they start to disrupt the rhythm if you get possessive of it. That's the one good thing.
Yeah, again, there are positives. This was not a complete and utter beatdown or a contest where the Panthers can't take anything positive from it. There was good, there was bad. Ultimately, the loss is the result that you care about most. But for the Panthers, this is not just about each individual result. It's about what you can learn from each contest. And as we wrap things up here on our post-game show, I want to thank the audience here listening. If you guys either attended in person at the Clark Athletic Center or tuned into OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio, we thank you for sticking it through for the entire contest. Our engineer, Evan, had done an amazing job tonight. I believe it's his first game engineering, his engineering debut. A special shout out to him. He's done an incredible job today. And we've got another rookie debut, another debut here on our broadcast team, and that's Christian, who did an excellent job providing analysis. You should see his note sheet, guys. I mean, he has got back and forth, wall-to-wall, detailed notes on both teams. He was studying the game the entire time. An excellent showing from him. I couldn't, of course, do this without my play-by-play partner in Mohammed. Mohammed, always well-spoken and always providing excellent analysis. Our station manager, the one and only Joseph Manfredi, and I didn't forget, I know he's not listening right now, he's packing up, but Andrew, our DJ, keeping the energy up here in the Clark Athletic Center. It's all of you at home. Thank you again. We'll see you guys in the next broadcast. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you in the next one.